Yeah, Wayne, obviously, you wanted to stay and you're staying, and it's a real commitment, isn't it? 2024, I think.
Yeah, it's obviously just in line with the managers, and I'm if you know me well enough, I don't really think that far ahead. It's probably as an old friend said to me, it's normally about the divorce package. Normally that you have to sort first before you sort the wedding out. But it's something for me that I thought was right to do. I've tried to let the dust settle a little bit, for the gaffer coming in, and obviously then it was just a case of let's just have a little bit of a break. Obviously we've had a free week this week with no midweek games, so we're down to sort of tick a few boxes off. So from my point of view, it was going to be one of them things that we just needed to sort, but it was just when it was just going to be done, that was all.
And I've heard the phrase evolution, not revolution, spoken many times. I think it came from you, James, originally, but Matty Dolan, he was trying to remember what the phrase was last week. I'm not sure he got it completely right, but is how it feels to you, Wayne?
Yeah, it's sort of just business as usual, really, for me. The gaffer coming in is probably just taken a few things off me that have, we've been able to share, and it's been, like I said, just business as normal. We've had some good results, which then helps. It's sort of just, it keeps things a little bit quieter around the building, and you can then start to implement any new ideas and stuff. So it's been good that we've been able to get the positive results alongside it. That, which obviously within football's vitally important. But as for any revolution, evolution, I've been here a long time. Just getting the place to function well, get the players on board is a tough job. So we got a long road ahead, but hopefully it's I said to you guys probably a few months ago that whoever come in would have some good Saturdays, have some good evenings, and we got a good squad, and that's the key to it. And I want to be part of seeing the players do well this year.
And James, it feels a long time ago, doesn't it? Your last game in Hartlepool is only a week ago, and you've had 7 or 8 days, haven't you, with the squad now? What have you been able to do with them this week?
We've had a normal training week, if you like, where we've been able to train and work on the things that we've been working on and developing, which we have done, both with and without the ball, and what we try to do in transition. It's been a real good week training wise. So I've been really, really pleased with what I've done, what the staff's done, and what the players have done.
And you're playing a team again like you were last weekend in and around you. Johnny Williams, I think, a familiar name for Wales fans. He's going to be there at Rodney Parade tomorrow. It's going to be another tough game for you.
Yeah, I think every game in this division is a tough game, in my opinion, anyway. And in the Football League, from my experiences, every game is a challenge, and it poses different problems that we'll have, and we've got to come up with the solutions, which hopefully we'll be able to do. And the focus for us will be on a positive performance. We won't just focus on one player of Swindon. We'll give them the respect they deserve, but we'll focus on us and what we need to do.
Yeah, and it shows that, their ambition. I know you've got your ambitions yourselves, but it shows their ambition. They're able to attract a player of an international player, essentially, of that quality. Yeah,
of course. I worked with Johnny last year at Cardiff. Probably didn't quite work out with how he wanted it, but by staying. But he's first and foremost, and I say this a lot about most players I've worked with, he's a great lad, works his socks off in training. But again, they've all got good players, and I think we've got good players as well who can match that and go beyond, hopefully. So we'll be ready for it tomorrow.
Great, thank you. And thank you, Wayne. Nice to see you.
And you. Bye.
It's James. I guess this is good to see you. You've done well in my absence. It was nice to see that result.
Yeah, but, it might be that you might be the good luck charm by not being there.
Hey, come on, it's an unbeaten run now. Wayne had an unbeaten run while it was there. So
a lot of people say things like that, James.
Yeah. But I guess you've had a good week with them in training, James. But I suppose this is welcome to League Two in a way. You've got this, then Crawley, then I know you're going to say one game at a time, all that, but you're into the proper stuff now, aren't you? Sort of 3 games in 7 days. So
Yeah, well, it'll be 3 games in 6 days.
or 6, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so because we go Friday night to Colchester, so it'll be. Yeah, I do look ahead from a planning point of view. What we do as a staff to know what possible changes we might need to make along the way, or tweaks in formation, whatever it might be, to try and exploit the opposition's weaknesses, if you like. But again, you are right. Yeah, I just look at Saturday. I find it hard to go past that because that's what I've done so far with Wayne, so and the rest of the staff. So we'll keep doing that and just looking right. Well, what do we need to do against Swindon? Then what do we need to do against Crawley? Then it'll be against Colchester. So then we have a little break after that because obviously no FA Cup. So yeah, it's going to be it's an important period the next 6 days.
Cliche that, but it's getting that block off to a good start, isn't it? That's the key part, isn't it? Sport, a lot of it is about momentum, so it's that Swindon game is naturally important anyway. Yeah,
every game is, and I think my focus on let's get the performance right, let's get everything right. I talk about it a lot about doing what we do with regards to processes, get the performance right. But like I said last week to the lads, and I said to the press after the game, that well, we're winners first and foremost, and we want to win, and that's whether that's a 1v1 battle over the pitch or a header or a tackle or a race. Wherever it is, we've got to try and we have got to come out on top of those things.
Was Robbie, was he injured last week?
No, Robbie had COVID. So unfortunate that he had COVID. So disappointing to lose him. But his window period now where he isolates should be coming out of that today, tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have him back for next week.
Well, he's been so good this season, but equally, someone else comes in and does the job. So that's what you want, isn't it, as a manager? Yeah,
that's what we want as a club, really, and that's why I think we've got a good squad. Where Ed got suspended. My first game that I watched against Carlisle, and then obviously missed out. But it shows what the group is like and what's been kind of left behind with Michael, and then with Wayne. The work Wayne's continues, that the focus and the application of the lads, I've got to say, is first class, and that's why when they step into the team, they've done really well.
Any other injuries and availability, or
no, nothing else to add on previous. So we are what we are. Oh, sorry, yeah. So Scott Bennett's available now as well.
Oh, okay, that's brilliant. Match fit. Or will he take time? Or
well, truth is, I always said to you, I won't beat around the bush with it. Is that he's had a full week training, so I'm delighted. I'm delighted he's back and available.
More headaches.
Yeah, good heads.
Yeah. On to you, Wayne. Is firstly you trying to work towards that testimonial? Is that?
I should be getting one anyway. I think
it'd be your second testimonial, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it's 20 years.
Someone texted me this morning and said you get less for murder, but it's probably due. Yeah, I would say so, but there wouldn't be many that turned up to that anyway. So
you're obviously good friends with James, but did you need to just see how that working relationship would work as well? Because obviously
I knew it would go. I knew it'd go well. We'd obviously we've been friends, and we share ideas, and I know I pick his brains a lot, even when he was at Cardiff. So it was something that he knew what he was coming into. He knew how me and the old gaffer worked, and that was part of his journey, and he's obviously been very well aware of what's gone on here, the successes that we've had, how we tried to do it, and he's obviously now come into the building, and we're just trying to take it on a bit further. That's all we can do, and as in working with him, I knew it'd go well. I'd never ever doubted that. So it was just a case of giving him sort of that settling in period and seeing how I worked probably a little bit, more day to day, seeing how I interact with the players. My opinion on things will be different to his judgments at this time. So it was a case of just letting the dust settle a little bit and getting through a few games, which I said before, and that's probably been the key to it really. Just we've had a couple of wins, which is in the league, which has been good. We're 7 unbeaten, just keeping that momentum going, and like you said, we've got a tough 6 days ahead, but we're going into it with in fine fettle really.
And you said when you were sort of caretaker boss that you enjoy being the assistant manager. That's a role that you enjoy, because it is a different sort of a role, isn't it, to being the...
Yeah, it is. It's not say completely different, but obviously dealing with you guys, probably more more intensely, probably dealing with the surrounding of the club, the board, the chairman, whether it may be, the general manager is a lot more to it, and sometimes I'd rather just focus on what I do best, and that's the players, if it's the coaching, it's the organising of the players and things like that. That's what I'm good at, and it don't mean I can't step into some another job, but it's Newport. We have to all muck in, and it don't matter whether it's cleaning the dressing rooms or putting the bins out. We all do that here, and that's like that as staff. So it's kind of a place where we just have to just get on with things, and stick together. And that's probably why we're also sort of close knit, really.
Sorry, can we get the last question if it isn't already?
Okay. Yeah. Well, just in terms of the job, got to ask, if Flinny got a job, would you go? Are you committed to county, or have you spoken about that, or?
Not really. He hasn't got a job, so I haven't got a crystal ball. If Michael Flynn got the Liverpool job, then
I'll drive you there.
I'm a big Liverpool fan. So listen, it's irrelevant really at the moment. We've discussed things, and listen, if there's an opportunity to go, I'll say to a championship club or whatever it may be, then the club will probably not stand in my way. But it's the same for anybody at the club, whether it's a player, whether it's another staff member, the goalkeeping coach, first team coach. If you get an opportunity to go somewhere, and it might not just be with Michael Flynn, it might be with anybody else. So football's it's a unique industry, and a week in football's a long time, let alone a couple of years or a couple of months. So it's all I'm focusing on is where I'm at now, and all I want to do is I want to make sure that Newport County do well, because that's what I'm paid to do. So that's probably just been my only focus really.
Just one quick more. Obviously, James said about building on the work you've done, and that's a key thing for you, I guess, that you didn't want to. You've put in the hard graft and come close to promotion, and I'd imagine it's very much wanting to not finish the job, but keep doing what you've worked so hard at. Yeah,
listen, this club should be promoted. There's a number of reasons why it's not. You can say the cup runs, the state of the Rodney Parade pitch maybe is not helped us at times as well, but it's also been a plus for us when the pitch has been like that, when we played against the big guns. And so I believe the club should be promoted. Couldn't quite do that. I think we've got a better squad this year to be able to do that. And, we've got no cup distractions, which will help us immensely, especially through the likes of, the winter months of December, January. We won't be playing catch up with games. we've got a little swing at the moment with home games being in our favour as compared to other teams, because we had so many games away at the start of the season. That will come back and hopefully benefit us. And it's, we've got the squad this year to be able to cope with the likes of Robbie being ill, Ed being out of the team, for instance, or we've got like for like in most positions, and that's a testament to the old gaffer, and that's what we're just trying to do. We're just trying to build on that and keep the team going in the right direction, hopefully, which is towards the top end of the league.